Hey Gemini, welcome to the Forgiving Tarot. This is your May 2025 reading for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs. Do check out your placements to get a message that most resonates with you. I'm not telling you what to do. The Oracle's not telling you what to do. Ultimately, you have free will. Therefore, you make the best decision for you and those involved. If you're cross-watching or you yourself, Gemini, feel that the roles are in the reverse, please reverse them, take what applies and leave what doesn't. It's a general reading, not a private reading, so it may resonate, may not resonate. Please be aware of that. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating. It is greatly appreciated. All right, let's take a look. You have the Eight of Pentacles. There could be some sort of focus in regards to work, a project you're working on, just work in general. You have the Page of Wands. I need more lighting. Give me 1 second. Maybe here. Nope. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So Page of Wands is in the current position. Can have to do with communication, sharing ideas, feeling enthusiastic about something. The Page of Wands is more of someone who lives in the moment and he's excited to do things, to talk about something. Again, share things. Four of Pentacles is the challenge. Okay, so maybe holding on to something, or maybe this is about saving money. You have the World card in the Foundation. An accomplishment or a closing of a cycle. Something within you might want to come out in regards to work. There's something maybe you've been holding back, something that you've been focused on, that you've been working on. It doesn't have to necessarily be about work. I'm just saying that because it's Pentacles. In the past, Five of Swords, you could have felt deceived, played with. You can't trust individuals. On your mind, you have the Emperor. Could be an Aries, doesn't have to be. This is also boss, masculine energy, father figure. Emperor could just represent a leader, someone who has authority. This could even be you feeling like you're needing to take charge. And then you have the Six of Pentacles as your outcome. All right, so let's take out the Love Oracle deck right now. I feel like this is a focus on work, though. My other readings that I did for this month were almost geared towards that as well. Like, it wasn't really love-related too much. Maybe except for the Aquarius reading. That was interesting. All right. Gemini. For some of you, you could have Pisces in your chart. Just wanted to say that. Abundance. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude and bliss. As well as ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. All right. So maybe for some of you, if this does have to do with something that you've been working on or focused on, it could be that you're just advancing to the next level. Because if in the Foundation you have a closed cycle here, there's almost like a new you emerging out of this. So let's go ahead and check out what this Eight of Pentacles is for you. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here for Gemini as the overall energy? Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Wow, Page of Cups. Nine of Pentacles. My goodness. So things might have been a little bit on the up and down, trying to keep things balanced. Definitely investing a lot of your time and energy here. For some of you, it's to get to a certain position. For some of you, it's to just be financially independent. Maybe to make a name for yourself, gain some sort of status. I mean, the Ten of Pentacles could also have to do with long-term wealth, family, legacy, inheritance. There could be some sort of preparation, like a new addition to the family. I feel like you're going to be receiving some good news here. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. Maybe recognition for some. All right, so you have the Six of Swords, Five of Wands, Five of Cups. Okay, so currently right now, it seems like things are a little, because Six of Swords is moving to calmer waters, right? Makes sense because you have the Five of Swords in the past. Then you have the Five of Wands, competition, drama, a bit of chaos, you know, disagreements, arguments. And then Five of Cups, another struggling card. So this card can have to do with feeling sad, a loss, grief, maybe some sort of regret. But I can't help but look at this Page of Wands and think that there's something here that wants to be said. For some of you, it's just trying to move to calmer waters, like to just find peace. But you keep feeling like you're getting hit with just nonsense. So maybe there's something here that you want to communicate. We'll keep seeing what else comes out. What is this Four of Pentacles for Gemini? Seven of Pentacles, there's the investment. The Empress, and there's the Six of Wands. Ten of Swords at the bottom. I mean, these clarifying cards really just signify investing in what makes you feel abundant, where you feel you're going to grow, where you feel that there is this, well, this Ten of Pentacles energy. So if this, are we back? Okay, cool. Okay, so if this does have to do with work, to me, this almost looks like, this time and energy that you've been putting into whatever this is, okay? I feel like there's been a lot of struggles, but for you, you're holding on to this because this is something you feel like it's going to get you somewhere. Or if you put in, like, again, if this is work, if you put in all of this work, eventually you're going to be able to relax and feel like you're accomplished and you're somewhere. There's almost a sense of identity thing going on here, I feel like, for someone. For some of you, there's an issue here working with another individual. You don't see eye to eye. I really need to get a stand or something for this phone. Wheel of Fortune, Eight of Swords, King of Wands, Three of Swords. I mean, a part of you just, I feel like, just doesn't care. Like, you're just ready to go for this. Although you do get stuck in your mind with all of this, there might be issues with communicating. There's still this energy of not giving up is what I feel like. I don't see the Nine of Wands here yet, but let me see if this has to do with a love situation. How could this go? There might be a discussion in regards to all the issues that have been happening. Because I feel like if this is not you, this could be somebody else. But I do feel like there is this still holding on to something, still like this could work out. I've invested a lot of my time and energy into this. This can grow. This has the potential. Like we could turn the leaf here. Or you might be saying this to yourself in regards to relationships. I don't know. Maybe you left a relationship and you're turning the leaf. Why is the Five of Swords here? Although that Five of Swords in the past, that's still very much present here. And I think that actually propelled you to get to this point. 10 of Cups, Knight of Swords, 7 of Cups, Queen of Swords. You know, I feel like with this card here in the past and these cards clarifying, there's almost like this this energy of, well, we're going to get through it. Although we get stuck, or I feel stuck, like, oh, is this the end of this? Do I have to look at other options? There's still this kind of like coming back. However, I don't feel that this is necessarily the most healthy situation here in the past. Someone's behavior could be all over the place. You could be dealing with an individual who's very aloof, or you were dealing with somebody like that. Or someone who just doesn't seem like they're all up there. Why is the Emperor here? Devil, 4 of Swords, Knight of Wands, Chariot at the bottom. You have Capricorn energy right there. Like I said, this isn't... So when I was saying the 9 of Wands isn't here, because the 9 of Wands does represent perseverance, but this over here kind of looks like that as well. Devil, 4 of Swords, Knight of Wands. From something that was, you know, for some of you, this might have even been fears that kept you tied to something, or not able to say anything. For some of you, like I said, this is a toxic situation here that you're dealing with, whatever this is. But I feel like on your mind, there's a part of you that is reaching out for peace, for a break. For some of you, you need a vacation from this. And then Knight of Wands, taking action. It's almost like a refreshed energy, which is clarifying the Emperor, this taking charge, leadership. 10 of Wands, 2 of Wands. There might be more work, or you have been experiencing more work, or difficulties or something like this. Why is the 6 of Pentacles the outcome? Knight of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, and the 10 of Swords. Waiting for something to end? Lovers, 7 of Wands, Knight of Cups. I feel like, you know what? For the other signs that I did, which I started with Capricorn and then I went in that order. So Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, and now you, Gemini. The theme for this month seems to be very clear, that it's all about sticking up for yourself, putting up some sort of boundaries. Even if it's, I feel like it's just more sticking up for yourself. There's more of a focus on, well, hey, what about me type of energy. Why is the Ten of Swords here? What is up with these cards? Why is the Ten of Swords here? Yeah, either something has made you struggle, suffer. There's I feel like a closing of a chapter here. Things are going to be different. There's going to be some changes in regards to work. Could even have to be changes in regards to people like higher ups, a boss, managers. I don't know, something if you work in some sort of corporation, something on that higher level changes. Okay, this is only if you know. For some of you, if you work in a company and you know they're not doing so well, that could be the changes that will be happening. Like it's derived from that. I don't know if this is making sense. Anything else for Gemini? There's the Nine of Wands. Why is the Seven of Swords now here? Because I was going to say, okay. If, I think I've said this to another sign. I don't remember if it was Taurus. I think it was, or maybe it was Pisces, which I did mention Pisces in the beginning of the reading. If you deal with toxic people in the work environment, do what you have to do in regards to like your own position, what is required of you, but don't overextend yourself. These people are not your family, you know, as much as these corporations are like, oh, we're all family. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because if you were all family, then maybe you'd have a work-life balance. If it was all family, then you truly would care about the individual if they're being overworked. You really would care about the individual if you truly felt like, hey, maybe you're getting underpaid. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? I hate when people are like, oh, we're family. No, you're not. No, you're not. Work is one thing. Your outside life is another thing. What's that saying? Excuse the language, but you don't eat where you shit, right? Kind of that. Now, if you own your own business, this is a different story, which that also should, in my opinion, be kept separate. If this is in regards to a love situation, I feel like somebody feels like it's over, but they think that this could be fixed. They may not be saying anything with the Seven of Swords here, like trying to avoid having that conversation or expressing some sort of feelings. But if you're resonating with this more in regards to love, there is absolutely someone who wants to say something, but they're not sure if it's going to cause issues, if maybe you're still in the mood, or if it's vice versa, they're still in the mood, or there's still issues that that are open wounds kind of thing. However, the truth is there is this wish for things to become stable again, for things to work out. I feel like there's a big chapter that's closing here for you. But Gemini, nonetheless, I feel like the reading is more geared towards something to do with work. You might also feel like you need to change the friends that you have. For some of you, you're trying to get it together in the sense of maybe you just want to make a lifestyle change. So this whole friend circle thing that I just said could be yes to why. Maybe you want to make lifestyle changes and you just don't resonate with that friend group anymore or a particular person. This could even be in regards to work. All right, let's read the Hidden Truth Oracle for you. My life is not together as it seems. We were just saying that. Well, not we, I. Well, we, because whatever. You know what I mean. I left when I saw you with someone. I'm so attracted to you. We both know I am not the one for you. Yeah, whatever. Because sometimes I read these cards and I'm like, oh God. I just feel it wasn't so, I don't know, stereotypical kind of thing to like tarot readings. I do feel like there's a push and pull with whatever situation you're dealing with. Work, love, friendship, family, yourself. And we both know I'm not the one for you. Doesn't necessarily mean that this work environment isn't, or this friend or this lover isn't. If intuitively you feel like, yeah, this is not, then okay. But for those of you who feel like, yeah, they are, we just need to work at certain things. I feel like, Gemini, the energies here collectively is more of like, okay. And especially for people who are more empathetic, who are more leaning towards things of the spiritual nature, because there's more of an openness. Not all, okay? Not all. But for the most part, there's more of an openness to just better one's life along with others who are involved. There is almost like this unselfish attitude. So for people who are, for example, people pleasers, who are very empathetic, like to a fault that you're actually not doing a service for yourself. For people like that, now is the time to actually kind of turn inwards. Yeah, well, what about me? Because I am always putting myself to the side. So I feel like this is not coming from a selfish place, but more of a place of taking responsibility for yourself. If you have your inner child, are you taking care of your inner child, or are you neglecting them and making someone else more important? Which, making someone else more important is not necessarily a bad thing. However, if we don't know how to balance it properly, we will neglect ourselves. And we only end up hurting ourselves in the process, or in the end. Now, if you thought you lost something, or you think you're losing your job or whatever, I don't think that's necessarily the case. However, there are going to be some sort of changes. So, Gemini, I'm going to leave it there. take out 2 oracle cards for you. I already feel drained. 2 oracle cards for you. I know I posted Taurus and Pisces oracle card readings in the short section, but for whatever reason, it didn't upload. So let's go ahead and take it out, and then I'll read the little explanation in the short section. So be sure to check that out. I know it's a pain in the butt to come off of the reading and then go click on the shorts in the channel. But for the livelihood of the channel, it does benefit doing the oracle readings in the short section. Gemini, you literally got the card of abundance twice. Abundance and perception. These are your 2 cards. I will do it in the short section so that you could get some advice and clarity. Be sure to check that out. Looks like more money coming to you. So, Gemini, if you resonated with the reading, let me know down in the comments down below. Be sure to hit the like button. Jono! Yeah, it is similar readings. It's crazy. I keep telling myself I should just do collective readings instead because the energy seems to be the same. Always throughout, there's just small little specifics. So, if it resonated, let me know down in the comments down below. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.